I'm going to real quick go through the colors for my charting. So we'll start with the candles and the back canvas, then we'll go on to the tools that I use, and then finally the indicators, so the moving averages, RSI and stochastic, and then my sessions indicator. So starting off with the canvas and the candles, so if I go to settings, symbols, just generic black and white, full opacity, just like that. And then the wicks are black as well, so even the white candles have that black wick. Status line, not important. All of this stuff's not important, just canvas. So the background is solid. You can see I've played around with many different variants, but this is the one I've settled on, so that was the code for it. Grid lines, none. Pane separators, so you'll see that at the bottom there between the indicators. That's just this random blue color. There's the code for that one. Crosshairs black, 100% for the opacity. Watermarks hidden, and then text black. Lines opacity to 0, so you can see them appear and disappear. I just keep them off. And then margins 10, 8, and 10. That's the main stuff for the back canvas area. Not important, not important, and not important. Okay, so now that we've gone through the candles and the background, now I'm going to show some of the tools that I use, starting off with the trend line. So I have different variants. So we have 1 minute, 3 minutes, and then 5 minutes. All of those are the same color, just the digit in the middle changes. So for those ones, the lower time frame, we can see opacity is 51%. There's the code for that color. It's just a whitish color. And then 15 minutes a bit different. It's just a plain black line. So if we look at that one, 51% opacity as well. And that's just normal black color, the standard black. And then finally, we have for break of structure and order flow shift. They're the same as the 1, 3, and 5 minute, 51%. And there's the code. But I use those as dotted lines so that it just makes things a bit easier to distinguish. Arrows not important. I just use this for content purposes. It makes it, since it's yellow and pretty clear, you can see the candles and you can see the actual yellow line itself. So I'll go through this anyways. There it is there, and the opacity was there too. The box, let's go through that. So the full, we can see 25% of standard black. The border, 0% of the standard black as well. So we can see the border, I like to have no border. The circle, I use that when we're oversold or overbought on the stochastic and RSI. I have different settings, so RSI just has an R. If it's both, it has a B, and then you guessed it, stochastic has an S. So border, 100% of the standard white. Background, 16% of the standard white. Now we go to the positions. Short and long, they're the same, just flipped. So as you can see, the take profit, 31% of that black color, and then the stop loss, 11% of that black color. Just like that. Nothing too crazy going on there. Price labels are off, so there's some more settings. I don't think you need anything from there, to be honest. Let's get rid of that. Arrow, for demonstrations, it's just a white. This is also demonstrations, same as the circle that I used, similar. And then this one is also for demonstrations, just yellow, so it's super clear. Text, we got that plain black color, 53%. Nothing too crazy. Finally, the indicators. So I have 5 indicators that I use. I have the sessions, so these are all my trading sessions. We have the indicator, the moving averages, and then we have the RSI and stochastic. So for the sessions, I've only highlighted my session that I use and the times. For the colors, just that blue at 0%, nothing too crazy there. Let's hide that for a second. And then we have 2 moving averages. So the SMA 500, and then here's the color for that one. Plain black 17%. The EMA, it has this yellowish color to it, so that yellow there at 10%. Then we go to the bottom here, the RSI. This one's got a few more colors to it. So let's go through that quick. First of all, it's a standard RSI at 14 RSI length. The styles, I won't talk for this, I'll just let you guys... Oh, this one's not even ticked. I'll just let you guys look at the colors. So I keep these at 0%, that's the key here, you don't want all that color on your RSI. And then finally, for the stochastic, if you don't have my inputs, it's 55 and 3. So that's all the colors for everything I'm using. Of course, you don't have to use every single color that I use, you can change it up if you want.